Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Gifts in the Hanbali school. Hibba. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalam ala Rasulil Kareem. Rabbana taqabbal minna. Zidna ilma wa hikma wa huda. Sallallahu an yuwafiqna lima yuhibbu wa yarda. ينفعنا ما علمنا علمنا بما ينفعنا اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد عبدك ورسولك النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما أعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا اللهم آتنا نفوسنا تقواها وزكها أنت خير من زكاها وليها ومولاها اللهم حمد شكرا أما بعد. All the praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Everything happens by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of this world. Everything happens, everything is made by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and may Allah's blessing and peace be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's what we do. We follow his example and his teachings, the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and continue that from the traditions of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Today we have the lesson on al-hibba, the gifts, and the rules that's mentioned about that in the school of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, Imam al-Sunnah. And Sheikh Lisan is here with us. Would you like to read the first one, Sheikh Lisan?
الهبة, which are gifts.
Yes.
وهي تمليك المال في الحياة بغير عوض. It is to transfer. It is not even transfer. تمليك المال is to make ownership of wealth to someone else.
Yes.
في الحياة, in the life. بغير عوض, without any compensation. So no exchange of something. It's just for free.
Yes. So normally speaking, when you have a sale, you give somebody something, and then you get the money back. But the gift, you give it to somebody, and then you don't get anything back from them. Anyway, that's how it's supposed to be.
And it's in the life, meaning there's something going on if someone passes away.
Yes. Yes, it's
there's
not.
Other rules.
Yeah, sometimes you have a gift that's that's a very large gift, so it's a lifetime gift sometimes. So it's not just one on one occasion or on one day. So that's what happens. Sometimes you have a gift that's a gift also.
Okay. So وَالتَّصِحُ بِالْإِيجَابِ وَالْقُبُولِ.
Yes.
And it becomes correct when there is an offer and an acceptance.
Yes. So the person given a gift, he offers it to the person, and the other person accepts it. So that's when you have that transaction.
Does he have to say it's a gift, or he just gives it to him? Like, does he have to be like, here's a gift? Or can it just be like, here you go? Does he have to specify that it's a gift?
Well, the other person doesn't know that it's a gift, then maybe a person should tell him, because maybe he might think that it's for something else.
Okay.
But if the person, people they get gifts, right? They don't expect any thing to give back. But if a person they're not sure, then the person they can tell the person it's a gift.
Yeah, like for example, say I owe you $100.
Yes.
And then I come and I'm like, here, Sheikh, here's $10. You think that's a gift?
No, okay.
But it was actually payment, right?
Right. Yes.
So sometimes these misunderstandings can happen. But essentially, it should be a gift that's offered and accepted.
Right. Yes.
As a gift.
That's what the Sheikh said over here, that the gift is somebody they give it to a person, and the other person has to accept it.
Okay.
No, for me, sometimes they give me things and I don't accept it. Like somebody would give me a book, a big giant thick book like this. I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to read it. There's so much time that's going to use up. So I'll say thank you, thanks for giving me the gift, but no, I can't. It's not going to do me any good with it, so I won't accept it. So the same thing goes for a person.
So you can say no too.
Yes.
You say, I don't want the gift.
Yeah, person they can say that, but then again, you also have the issue of. It talks about more things about it afterwards. So yeah, that's true. But the person they can refuse it also. It doesn't necessarily have to accept it, the gift. So that's the case.
Okay. والعطية والمقترنة بما يدل عليها. I don't know what that means.
والعطية means given.
والعطية.
Muqtarina is like kiran, means like two horns that are attached.
والعطية المقترنة. What is that?
Muqtarina means attached. Means giving it is attached.
بما يدل عليها. With what is enjoined on it, what does that mean?
No. Yeah, like for example, let's say they give somebody a gift of a goat, for example. Then what's enjoined on it's a person they have to take care of the goat. I think that's what that means.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like for example, like I give you the goat, now you're gonna have to pay for the.
You have to
the
take care of
food
it.
for
Give
the
you
goat.
give you a plant, then
Yeah.
the person
You're gonna have to water it now.
Right,
It's your
yes.
job. I mean, it's not like
Yes.
okay, I give you the plant and then I'm gonna be in charge of watering it.
Right, yeah.
So
I think that's what
it
that
means,
means
like
over here.
everything that's adjoined to it. Meaning,
Yes,
if you take the possession of the thing, now you have everything that's
Yes,
attached to it.
yes,
Like
yes.
if I give you a car, you can't be like, well, I want you to maintain it. Yeah, it's your car,
Yes.
right? Okay, I think that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah, I believe that's the meaning for this.
وَالْتَلْزِمُ بِالْقَبْضِ, and it is necessary to take hold of it.
Yes. So if a person gives somebody a gift, then the person have to receive it. It's not just can't say it, then it's not officially a gift. After that.
Okay, so it's not really a gift unless it's actually given.
Yes, until a person takes possession of it.
Okay.
No.
So it's not like, okay, like Sheikh, tomorrow I'm going to gift you $50.
Right.
And then tomorrow I don't bring anything.
Right. Yes.
So khalas, I owe you $50?
Yes. It has to be taken possession of. Then
Okay.
it's
So
considered
the
a
gift
gift.
only happens when it's actually given.
Yes. Because the person they might tell somebody, say we're going to give you a cat or something like that. Just an example. And then the cat is gone, so the next day comes and they say, sorry, the cat is gone. So it's not officially a gift.
So you can't, like, it's not something that becomes owed unless it's actually given, then it.
Well,
then it's
until a
gift.
person they take it, then it's a gift. Otherwise, before that, it's just proceeding to be a gift, potentially to be a gift after that.
وَلَا يَجُوزُ الرَّجْعُ فِيهَا. It is not allowed to take the gift back.
Yes, to return the gift after that.
Well, what do you mean, return it or to take it back? Both ways?
وَلَا يَجُوزُ, let me see what it says.
وَلَا
رُجُوعُ فِيهَا.
يَجُوزُ
Yeah, returning of it. Ruju is the muster, the form of the verb. Raja means to
Raja,
return.
return back.
Returning of it. And usually you find the hadiths they mentioned for the person that gave the gift to take it back. It's not allowed to do that.
Okay,
Well,
so
hadiths that
if
say
I
that.
give you a gift, Sheikh, I give you $10, I can't be like,
Yes.
all right, I'm gonna take those $10. I can't
They
do that.
can't take it back.
But
Even
what
though
if
the
I give
person,
you?
no, in the time, the hadith says that in the time of, let me see, maybe is that mentioned?
Yeah, it's coming.
No,
But-
yeah, is it? No, this is a different hadith.
Yeah.
He said that in the time that a person, if they give a gift to somebody, and they take it back, it's like a dog vomiting,
And then eating
and then the
it.
dog eating its vomit. So that's what the hadith
So
says.
it's really bad, meaning like it's
Really
a bad
bad,
thing.
yes, yes.
Like, it's like,
And in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said Omar he gave a horse as a sadaqah. I mean, this sadaqah and gifts is like it's the same ruling for it. And then the person that got the horse, he was selling it very, very cheap. So Omar said, I want to buy this horse. I gave it and said, I want to buy it because it's too cheap. So Prophet Muhammad said, don't do that. No. So don't, we give something, sadaqah or a gift, then you can't take it back. So that's what Prophet Muhammad said. Still the same thing goes. If a person, they give a gift to somebody, that's it. It belongs to the other person. They can't
so
take
Sheikh,
it back.
if I give you a gift, I'm no longer allowed to take it back, yes?
Yes, it's no longer
not
years
your
after that, after you gave the
So,
gift to somebody.
but the question is, if you want, can you gift it back to me?
No, you can't. That's the point.
Even if you want to.
Yes, you can't, because that's the hadith says. Rasulullah
Ah.
said. It's a dog that vomits, and then eats the vomit when you get it back.
Okay.
So some of the ulama they say you can take it back, but it's just like very much detested. It's like a dog
No,
eating
but
vomit.
it's only, what if, like, now it becomes yours, right?
Yes,
Now the
yes.
gift is done, you can do whatever you want with it.
Right. Yes.
Why can't you gift it to me? You can, right?
No, that's what the hadith says. Hadith says that it's like a dog eating his vomit.
But that sounds like it would be like me trying to take it back. But that's a completely different story from you giving it back to me as a gift, right? Because I don't
The
want
thing
it.
is, when a person they take a gift or give a gift, it's transactional. Both people, it's not just one person.
Yeah,
And when you're giving it, the other person accepts it, right?
yeah.
So you have both ways. It's
But
not just
I
one side.
think part of the issue, Sheikh, is like money is fungible. Like it doesn't matter which the $10 it is. For example, if I gift you $10,
Yes, yes.
like 10 days later, can you gift me $10 back?
Uh,
You could, right? Like because even if you gave me another bill, it's still $10, right? I mean, we do
Yes,
this
it's
all the
still-
time. Like for example, someone's occasion comes, so we all give them money, right?
Mhm, yes.
Then they go to someone else's occasion, then they pitch into money to give back to the
Yes,
person.
yes.
Now, money for money is happening,
Yeah, as long as it's not attached, it's not saying that's your thing that you gave to the person
Okay,
and you give
yeah.
it back. So that's the point of it, because that's a hadith that says that,
Okay, yeah.
not to take a
Yeah.
gift back.
Okay, but illa al-ab,
Yes,
but the father is allowed to take it.
yes.
What's this?
And you can read the next hadith, I think
Yeah.
it'll tell the reason.
لقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يحل لأحد أن يعطى عطية
Yes,
عطية
yes,
فيرجع فيها إلا الوالد فيما يعطي ولده.
yes.
So no one is allowed to take back what they give, except for the father that he
Yes.
gives to his son,
Right, yes.
or his daughter too, or just his son.
Well, usually if it's not specifically mentioned for a particular reason for a male, it refers to
Yeah.
both of them,
Okay.
both male and
So
female.
now, if a father gives anything to his children, he's allowed to take it back.
Yes.
Why?
No, because the hadith from Rasulullah says, Anta wa malaka li abika. You and your wealth belongs to your father. So whatever belongs to the son, that belongs to the father. That's what the hadith from Rasulullah says. So that's why that's the reason for it. So
So-
they gave him something that belongs to the son, but all
Or
the
the
things that belong
daughter.
to the son belongs to the father.
Even the daughter?
Yeah, I believe so. There's no. Why would it be different? No, unless there's something that would specify only the son, not the daughter.
Okay. So that's interesting. So if the father gives something to his son, he can take it back.
Yeah, and that's a hadith from Rasulullah ﷺ that mentions that
sallallahu alaihi
explicitly.
wasallam.
So, that's what the sheikh he does usually in all the rulings that they have. There's hadiths that mention that.
Yeah.
So he's just explaining, putting it in like order, the hadiths that are there.
So
That's
what
from
could be
hadiths.
the purpose, Sheikh, behind? I mean, I understand like the father owns the wealth of his son as well, but the question is, like, why would he take it back? For what purpose?
Yeah, it's saying that he can. It doesn't say that
He should?
He does. He should. And the father spends on his son anyway, so it's like the son always takes it. Usually that's the case, the opposite.
Yeah.
The son takes the wealth of the father usually. The father spends on him. And the thing is, what it is they say that the father always likes his son to be better off than him.
Yes.
That's how it is, That's how much
So-
he loves his son so much. That's usually the case. So he's not going to take it back unless it's like
Good reason.
really good reason behind it.
So, like, for example, what if you give your son
Mhm.
or daughter something, like you
Yeah.
gift them a phone, or you gift them something, like a toy, or something to play with, or something,
Mhm.
and then it's causing them to go astray, for example, like they're
Right.
using it for haram or something like that.
Yes.
Then the parent could take it back. The father, he can
Yes.
say, you know what, I'm not going to give this to
Yes.
you.
The hadith is there, so that's the basis of it. It's not for reason to take it back. He
Right.
says you can take it back. That's it. Even
Even if that's not.
for any reason, a person
Yeah.
can take it back.
Yeah.
So that's what the hadith says.
I
You
understand.
got to go by the text of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
So once the father gives it to their children, his children, then he can take it back any time.
Yes,
there's no
he can take
problem.
it back.
Even later.
Yes, but not like if a brother gave it to a brother, then he can't take
No,
it
it's not
back.
take it back.
Or somebody else gave something to somebody, they can't take it. Just a father to his son, because that's
I
what the
think it's
hadith
very
says here.
interesting. I understand. What if the mother gives something to her children? Can she take it back?
Well, usually women, they don't spend. Women get spent on, so that's usually not the case. So
Right, but if a mother gives her children some gift, then I guess she's not part of this hadith. It's only for the father, yes.
the other thing to keep in mind is that when a person they pass away, then the inheritance goes to them. So even if the mother keeps it, in the future she might pass away, then it'll go to.
Yeah. So I'm just asking, like, is there they specify illa al-ab,
Yes.
but does the ab include the mother or just the father? That's my question. Can it also be the mother? Let's say there's a mother that she earns money and she spends money on her children, or say the father, he passed away, or he doesn't have enough money, so she's actually giving the children money to spend and so on because of whatever
Yeah.
difficult time.
People they say that, but the thing is, there's no greater love than a mother for her child.
Of course.
So so it's not that she's going to take it without a good reason.
No, I understand, but the question is that exception allowed, or even the mother is not allowed to take anything back because it only says father? Is it father specific or is it
Well,
both
the thing
parents?
is, if you look at it practically, what happens is women women when they have children, they love their children so much, so they're not
Correct.
going to they're not going to take something back unless there's like an extremely good reason.
No,
to
I
do it.
understand.
And the second thing is, the children, they have to be good to their parents, and they should listen to them and obey them in things that are good, and things that are appropriate.
Yeah.
But if they tell them to do something that's forbidden, haram, then not to listen to them. So those, you have those two things there.
So I think the first question is it haram to take the gift back? In general.
Well, not in a harsh way, not to do it. Even the father, when he gives this to his son,
Yeah. No,
and if he's
that's not
doing
the
it out of
question.
spite, then that's not.
Let's
that's
say I
not
give
appropriate.
a gift to my friend.
Yes.
Then I take it back. Is that haram or is it makruh?
Yeah. I think I talked about that earlier. Some of the ulama, they say
It's haram.
it's haram. Some of them, they say it's just detest it because it's
Okay,
like
okay.
a dog. It's like a dog vomiting
Yeah.
and the dog eating his vomit.
Yeah.
But that's so bad.
Yeah.
But then some of the ulama, they say that's fine. Dogs eat their vomit. What's the big deal? No, that's what they say. That's why so there's two opinions on it.
That's
from the
true.
ulama.
That's true. So it may not be haram.
Yes,
It
but
may
over
be
here,
haram.
over here in the Hanbali school, he says it's not allowed to take it back. So he
Oh, okay.
goes
So
by
here
that.
there's tahrim.
That's what he
ولا
said.
يجوز الرجوع
Yes.
فيها
Right,
إلى
yes.
الأب. But
Right.
sometimes, Sheikh, the ab includes the mother. Is this ab inclusive of the mother, or no? It's exclusive to the father.
Yeah, I would say so. I would think so. But usually, the mother has so much love for the child
Yeah.
that she's not going to take
Sometimes
something.
what happens, Sheikh, for example, a lot of times this happens, like a mother, she gives her children a gift of a phone, right? Then, whatever, for some reason, the mother, she doesn't like what they're doing with the phone. So
Yeah,
she
it's
says,
all-
I'm going to take it back.
We're talking about kids, right?
Yeah, kids.
Kids, right?
Yeah, kids, I mean, well, maybe they're 15, 16 years
no,
old. They're
no,
adults
okay.
Islamically,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because this is what happens. Or, for example, a parent, like a mother or father, they give the kids like a car, and they're driving it very badly. So then they say, no, I'm not going to give you the car. Give me the car back, as a kind of
Yeah,
discipline.
the thing
because
is,
of bad-
you know,
bad actions.
when a child reaches bulugh,
Yeah,
Allah says they're responsible for themselves.
yeah,
And a lot of problems that the young adolescent girls that they have is they're treated like a child, and that really annoys them so much. That's one of the things.
Yes.
Right? So you're treating me like a child, and they get upset about that. You know?
yeah,
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that they're responsible for themselves, but the parents, you know, they think that they have to be,
involved.
doing all the things, and they're not responsible for themselves.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing to bear in mind, inshallah, about that.
So you shouldn't treat the adults like kids, huh?
Right, they're
But
adults, so they're
what if
responsible
you
for
give
themselves.
what if you give like an 8-year-old a phone, for example? Now that this kid is not baligh in this case, let's say.
No, I mean those are kids. So the parents, they take care of the kids, so they do everything for them, regardless. You know.
So do they? They
No.
don't really have like separate ownership in that.
Yeah, these things, these rules here. Usually, the sheikh, he says a person, they go to a court, and people, they give the judgments, and he says on that. He says what judgments they give.
Okay.
It's not a parent that's that's giving their kids clothes or something like that, and
Okay.
they say don't wear this clothes, wear a different one, and things like that. So that's
Yeah,
a different story.
like a father or a mother, she gives
Yes,
the clothes to the
yes,
son
yes.
or the daughter, and then after
Yes.
that they just want to wear that those
Yes.
clothes. But
Yes.
the mother is like, no, I'm going to take the clothes away.
Yes, you know, usually they see there's something wrong with it, you know, with the child that's doing something, so they take it away from him so he doesn't harm himself
Yeah.
or something like that.
This is fine.
That's why they do that. The parents, to make sure the child doesn't harm himself.
So when a father or a mother spends on their children, is that a gift or it's something else? It's nafaqa, huh? Is it nafaqa? Is it like a gift, or what's going on there? Because a father is he's obliged to take care of his children. Yes,
Yes,
he must take care of his children.
right. Yes.
So what is that a gift? It's not a gift.
No, the thing that where he takes the children is not a gift. That's support for the kids.
Yeah.
This
so
is
what is
talking
that
about
called?
a gift. This is talking about a gift.
What is the obligatory spending of the father on a man on his wife? The obligatory spending is called nafaqa, right?
Yes.
What is the spending of the father on the children called?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing,
term.
nafaqa. Okay.
Yes.
So the nafaqa is not a gift.
No, it's not a gift.
It's not a gift. Yeah. Interesting. So it's interesting here. What the father has an exception. He can give a gift. He can take it back.
Yes.
This is for a gift.
Yes.
It's something that he didn't have to
Yes,
do.
and this refers to adults too, and it could be something that's very significant also. Because the hadith from Rasulullah ﷺ said, you and your wealth belong
Yes.
to your father. So that's the case
I
over
understand.
there.
But what I'm asking is, when the father gives something as a gift, this is something that he didn't have to do. Meaning it's not like food or like
Right.
clothes
Yes.
for the
Yes.
day. You know,
Yes.
it's something else. It's something
Yes.
more than the required. Yes.
Yes.
That's what a
Let's say
gift
that.
is. Yeah.
No.
Okay. So for example, like if I give like
You know, it's
money
just
to
like
my
a
wife-
gift given to somebody else, but somebody they give it to their child and they can take it back. But if you give it to somebody else and they can't take it back from somebody else,
Okay, got it. Yeah.
that's what
And
that refers to.
so, okay, so the father. So I have a question now about the father owning the wealth of his children.
Mhm.
Right? Does that mean he can just take all of his kids' money?
Well, that's what the hadith says, but the father should not do it unjustly, not take it unless.
Well, how can it be unjust? It's his money.
That's what some of the ulama they had ruled. I read some of the ulama they had ruled that the kids they have something and the father wants to take it unjustly
But it's
when
not
they need
unjust,
it.
it's his.
When they need it, and then they said that's not allowed. Well, let's say the father some way or another just becomes an evil person, instead of being a good Muslim,
Uh-huh.
and he wants to harm them, and he says that only for just reasons that he could take it after that. That's what some of the ulama had ruled. But usually that's not going to be the case. Usually the father always wants good for their children.
No, I understand. Sheikh.
No.
But my question is, if I own something, for example, I have a son, and he has money, he earns money, he works, he earns money. He's like 30 years old.
Mhm.
Inshallah, in the future, I'll have a son.
Yes.
And then after that, he becomes 30 years old, and he buys a house.
Yes.
It's my house. It's not his house. I mean, it's his house too, but it's actually my house. Because if we take this hadith literally, his house is my house. So I say, okay, I take the house as mine.
Yeah, that's
I
what
take
hadith
his car
says.
as mine.
Yeah, you belong to your father. You know what
Yeah.
that means, right?
Yeah.
It's yourself, your
And
whole
your-
thing.
and your stuff,
And
too.
your wealth also, it's part of yourself.
But
It belongs
Sheikh,
to your father.
in this case, how is it unjust? It's mine. If I take his house, if I take his car, if I take his clothes.
Well, maybe a person they get into a fight, and then they're doing it out of fight, so that's where it becomes unjust.
Yeah, but how can it be unjust? How can I be unjust with the things that belong to me? They're mine. I can do whatever I want, right? I mean, like for example, if I have my shirt, I can sell it, I can gift it, I can do whatever.
It's just like if somebody they steal something, right?
Well, it's not
unjust.
stealing because it already belongs to the father. So my question is, how can the father be unjust to his son if he owns everything that the son has?
Well, if the father, if he gets into a dispute or fight and he wants to retribute to his son, then they say, okay, I'm going to take these things from you.
Yeah.
So that's not doing it out of sense, that's not doing it out of something that's good.
No, but he doesn't. I mean, he owns it anyway. It doesn't matter whether he does it off of sense or no sense or, harm or benefit. And it's his. It belongs to him. Because that's what tamlik is, right? Tamlik is it's yours. You can do whatever you want. That's halal, right? So if he takes his son's house, it's technically the father's house, right? So how can he do injustice by taking his son's house?
Yeah, well, the son belongs to the father too, so can he
Right.
take him and kidnap him and leave him in the house?
No.
That's not what that means, so that's what
Okay,
means.
so there are some rules then. It's not a complete ownership. Like you can do whatever you want.
Always the rules is that you got to do things justly and kindly, not out of spite. That's the main thing to keep in mind, inshallah. No.
Okay, so it's not a complete control. It's not complete control as some people I think imagine that. It's somewhat of a limited control.
Well, even a person that has, like for example, a ruler in the land,
Yeah.
he's got to do justice when he's ruling the land, not do harm and things like that.
Right.
So it's like the same issue here. The father has that authority, but he's got to use his authority properly, not do it with the wrong
So
way.
what would the rules be, for example? So for example, if I work, right, and I earn money,
Mhm.
and I have to take care of my kids and my wife, right?
Yes.
And the father, he says, no, give me the money.
Yes.
Okay, khair, I'm going to take care of my family, right? So how much can he take?
Well, then your father is doing injustice. Then if he takes it.
So I understand, but how much can he take justly? That's my question. How much is it just for him to take, and when does it become unjust?
Well, he should be doing things nicely, kindly. So if he's doing it and people they're arguing and fighting about it, then so it's something to try to avoid, try to keep the conciliation. Everybody.
No, so my question is, Sheikh, if I earn money and then I have to spend it on I have to give zakat, I have to spend it on my wife, I have to spend it on my kids, right? And then my father says, no, I need the money. So give me the money, right? So how much can he take justly And how much can he take? Unjust. I mean, how much would it be unjust to take? That's my question. For example, if he takes what he has to spend on his wife and on his children, then is that unjust? When does it become unjust? For example, if the father takes the son's extra money, meaning he already spent on his wife, he spent on his children, he's taking care of the stuff, now he has extra, and the father takes it. This is just, or it seems like it's just.
The thing is, you got to try to keep the conciliation, not
Yeah.
have disputes with it. No? So it should be in that case without disputation. Even though he has the authority to do it, father shouldn't do it where it's like the children are fighting or disputing, things like that. And at the same time, the children, they have to be good to their parents,
Yeah.
and they have to support them anyway. So you have those issues, but it's not the case where because people are fighting and they're at war with each other, so somebody's going to take the wealth of somebody else to give retribution to them. So it should be always in a kind way, in a nice way to do everything.
Yeah, but my problem, Sheikh, is that like if we were to tell the people that the son's all of his wealth belongs to the father, in reality, then there's no injustice he can do. It's his money. He can do whatever he wants. And he can take it. He can give sadaqah. He can take all of his son's money and give it in sadaqah because it's his money, right?
No, what will happen is when he passes away, it's going to go back to them, right?
No.
The children? Yeah, when the father passes away.
No, because he can take the son's money because it's his money and then give it sadaqah because he wants to do sadaqah. It's his money.
So I think
then he doesn't get it back.
Yeah, so you're going into too many divergences over here now.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's just it seems like perhaps that's not what's going on with the hadith. Maybe we're not supposed to take it literally, where the father really owns the son, the wealth of the son.
That's what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, that you and your wealth belong to your father.
So he said that to a particular man, right?
Yes, so he said that. And then also this hadith over here says that it's not allowed to take a gift back from anybody, except from a father that gives something to his son, then he can take it back. That's what he said. That's what those texts say.
So here, if the father gives
and then what you can do is you can see maybe like the Sahaba radiallahu anhu, they lived in the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you can see the different incidents that occurred, and they explained how they did things in those situations.
Yeah, I wonder if there's examples of fathers.
Right. But these things here that's mentioned here, these are very strong hadiths, so he's mentioned just a quote of the hadith.
Yeah.
Then you can see what the details are about it afterwards.
Yeah.
And then like what I mentioned before there's got to be something out of kindness and goodness and justness, not where the father is fighting and trying to get retribution. That's it, that scenario. No.
Okay.
All right, inshallah.
So now the next line, it says وَالشُّرُوعُ وَالْمَشْرُوعُ فِي عِتْيَةِ الْأَوْلَادِ أَنْ يَسْوَى بَيْنَهُم.
Yes. So what happens if the father he gives a gift to the children, he's going to treat them all equally, not have a preferential treatment.
The gift must be equal.
You can't have prefer one child over the other when he gives to the children.
When it's a gift.
When it's a gift, yes.
But if he has to spend nafaqa,
yes.
and one child needs, for example, one child needs more food.
Yes.
The other one needs more medical care.
Yes, that's allowed to do that.
Okay, this is fine.
It's just saying not to give preferential treatment to any child.
When it comes to gifts.
To gifts, yes.
Okay. Yeah,
والمشروع
في عطية in gift giving.
Yes.
الأولاد أن يسوى بينهم.
Yes.
على قدر ميراثهم. On the extent of their inheritance. What is that?
Yes, usually on the inheritance, the male gets twice the female.
Yes.
So for the person, if they have daughters and they have sons, then the father, he might give twice as much to the son than to the daughter.
Even in gifts or just in inheritance?
In the gifts and giving things on them. That's in the inheritance, so that's what it's saying, on the proportion of the inheritance.
So...
like say, for example, a father, he has one son, one daughter.
Okay.
So he gives one son $1,000 and he gives a daughter $500.
This is fine.
That's fine, yes.
Oh, okay. So this is what it means to be equal. It doesn't mean you have to give the girl 500 and the boy 500.
No, it's into the extent of the inheritance. The inheritance twice, the male gets twice the female. That's what that's referred to.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So what if he instead of giving 1,000 to the boy and 500 to the girl, what if he gives them both 1,000? Is this unjust?
No, I guess that's fine also because that's treated
Well, no,
equally.
this is not what the mirath is. The mirath is
Yes.
now the boy can say, no, I should be given 2,000 because technically I'm a boy.
Yes, yes. Well, this is on the father that he's doing it. It's not the choice of the children what they
No,
take.
I understand, but the son
Father
can
has that
complain
choice.
now.
So the father, he can treat his children equally. But if there's girls and boys, then he's allowed to give the boy twice as much because that's what the inheritance
So
says.
does he? My question is, does he have to give the boy twice as much, or can he give the boy twice as much? For example, if he gives the boy twice as much,
The
it's fine.
main point is that you can't give preferential treatment.
Yeah,
Prefer-
and the
can't
the
prefer.
boy will say, oh, you're giving
So it
the
depends
girl
on
preference.
the feelings that the children they have. That the parents preferring one child over the other, that's not appropriate to do that.
No, I
They
understand.
treat them all equally. That's the thing.
So if, for example, if I give my daughter and my son, if I give them both $1,000, right? The girl feels, I got equal treatment. But the boy feels, this is injustice, because technically I'm supposed to be given double.
Yeah, it could be the same thing for somebody that's more needy, and he gives the same amount to both children. So you
Yeah.
could give me more, then he feels like that you prefer the other child.
Yes.
So that's the main point, not to have that preferential treatment.
So that's my question, I guess. I didn't realize that when gifts are given, that they should be given according to the inheritance. Because I thought that when you give a gift to the sons and daughters,
Yes.
they have to be the same.
Oh, he's saying that's not preferring one person to the other when you give it according to the inheritance. That's the point there.
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to give the same, or you can give according to the inheritance. Either
Yeah,
way is
or you
fine.
can give more. That's the point. But the thing is, the main point is not to give preferential treatment to a child over
No,
the
I
other
understand,
child.
Sheikh. So if I have a son and a daughter, and I
Yes.
give them both 1,000,
Yes.
is this okay?
Are you preferring one over the other?
I don't know.
No, you're not, right?
Okay.
So that's fine, you know. If you give the daughter 500, and you give the other one 1,000, are you preferring one over the other? No. So that's the
Okay.
point there.
Okay. So there's a range of allowed gifts.
There's different things to look at, but the main point is not to prefer one child over the other. Treat them equally.
Yeah. So now, if I have two sons, I
Mhm.
definitely have to give them equal. No question.
Well, depending on your situation too, that might be a factor also. So there's a lot of factors that could come to
Okay,
play.
so it's not like a hard and fast rule. It's more of like just be kind of fair.
To treat everybody equally.
Okay, gotcha.
Just like if you have more than one wife, right?
Mm.
Then you gotta spend equal time with them, each wife.
Equal time, but now when it comes to money, Sheikh, it
Yes.
has to be different sometimes.
Right, yes.
Because one wife is from a fancy house,
Yes.
and the other wife is from a not so fancy house.
Yes. It's talking about the time that you spend with them.
Time, yes.
The night that you spend with them, you have to
Yeah.
be equal in the time that you spend with them. So the children, you have to be equal with them when you're
Yeah.
treating them, not to give preferential treatment one over the other.
When
So
it
that's
comes
the
to
point.
gifts.
Yes,
comes to
give them
And
things,
so
yeah.
what we're saying is there's a range. So if I have a daughter and a son, I can give both 1,000, or I can give the girl 1,000 and the boy up to 2,000. But more than that is too much. Is that what's happening?
Then the other thing is also you have time that comes into play. A person that might give something at one point in time and then give something to the
Yeah.
other child at a later point in time too.
Yeah.
So you have that issue as well. No, the main point is not to give preferential treatment. That's the point there.
Just
If
to
you
try
look
to
at the
read these
details
at
about
least.
it,
Okay.
then you could try to determine if that's preferential or not.
So, okay. What if, Sheikh, a person is healthy
Mm-hmm.
and they own, let's say, I own 5 houses,
Mm-hmm.
and I have 2 sons and 1 daughter.
Yes.
I have 5 houses,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to give 2 houses to one son, 2 houses to one son, and 1 house to the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Is this okay?
Yes, that's according to the inheritance, and
Okay.
that's not.
But if I want to give each of them 1 house, 1 house, 1 house, this is
Mhm.
also okay?
Uh,
1 house, 1 house, 1 house. This is not according to the inheritance, but I give equal to the daughter as the son. 1, 1, 1, like this.
Yeah, there might be other factors to it, so you can't just say hard and fast that that's the case.
Okay.
You look at other factors too. that
What
might
if I
affect it.
tell my sons, you're going to pay for my daughter's wedding. Okay? I'm not going to pay for the wedding. I want you to pay for the wedding. And in exchange, I'll give you a house and a house. But I won't give the daughter anything. Because you are going to pay for her wedding. Like you're going to give her like stuff and you're going to give her money.
Okay, so you go into a lot of different details.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of
So
complications.
you have to make the determination whether you're given preferential treatment over one child or whether. So that's the point. Not to prefer one child.
So
over
what
the
if
other.
some people feel this is preferential treatment, some other people feel it's not preferential treatment? Because there's ikhtilaf between the children.
No, then maybe you have a third party or some other people make that determination whether it's preferential or not.
Okay.
Because people, they might have different feelings, and you can see what the reality is of
So
other
my
people.
question is, Sheikh, let's say if I have two sons, and I give one son a house, and the other son I don't give him anything.
Yes.
So khair, who does the son complain to? Does he complain to anyone? Does he go to a judge? Or does he go to Allah? Meaning, is there an actual legal judgment happening in this case?
Well, what happens is people are a family, so they have to try to do things where they're conciliated.
Okay.
Everybody is nice to each other, kind to each other, not into fights and disputes.
Yeah.
So that's the main objective.
So I'm asking, is it haram to be unfair between the children?
That's what the hadith says over here.
Okay.
You have to treat them equally.
So it's a sin then?
Yes.
So
that's what it says.
it's a sin with Allah, and Allah will judge on the Day of Judgment. Now, can the son sue the father and say, hey, you didn't give me a house, you gave my brother a house, but you didn't give me a house. So can he go to the judge and say, I want a house too? Can he do that?
No, I think it's not appropriate for anybody to sue their father. The person is really not doing any justice at all in that case, regardless of what the situation is. So you gotta look at that issue.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to understand. Because I understand that you have to be fair between the children.
Right, that's the point there. You be
But,
treat
and
all the
it
children
is a
equally.
sin with Allah, right? But my question is, can the children sue their father? Like, can they take the father to the court and say, hey, you were unfair, now make fairness between us? Right? Is it something that's serious, or is it something that's not as serious?
Hopefully, you just end up talking, and then everybody will be reconciliated, not to lead to that extent, where they go to the court.
So, for example, if the brother says, you know what, we'll share the house, it's okay.
Yeah, and usually the siblings too, they have care for each other too. It's not just the father to their children. So you have those issues that are there. But that's what the hadith says, that the father should not give preferential treatment to the children. However, if there's girls and there's boys, then he can give twice as much to the boy to the girl, because inheritance, it mentions that in the Quran.
Okay. Now, Sheikh, what happens is, let's say I have there's a father and he has two sons. Then he prefers one son over the other. So he gives him one house, and the other son, he doesn't give him anything. So this is a sin, yes?
No, his father is not doing what's correct.
Correct, yeah. So this is a sin. Then the father, he dies. He didn't leave behind anything. He gave all of his money and everything. Khalas, he just gave it to one son, because while he was alive. So now there's no inheritance, anything like that. At the end of it, can the two sons, after their father passes away, can they say, you know what, we'll split this house half-half, because we want to be fair, and we hope that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive the sins of our father because of that? Should they do
No,
that?
they could do it if they want to, with their voluntary choice. If they want to, they could do that.
Okay, so they can do it if they both agree.
Yes, yes. Then if somebody's father, if he did something that's sinful, then the children should ask for Allah to forgive his father.
Correct. Yeah.
And not have grudges over it, no?
Yeah. So they should ask for the forgiveness for their father, right?
Right, yes.
And if they want, they can try to be
Yes.
fair between
it's
themselves.
somebody's wealth, so if they want to give it to somebody, they can. It's their choice.
Now the question is, Sheikh, now if the son who owns the house, he can give it freely, he can do whatever he wants, right? But what about the son that didn't get it? Can he go to the other brother and say, no, I want it now, I want half the house now? because this was unfair? Can he tell the brother this?
They try to make peace between everybody. Sometimes people, they have grudges, and people, they don't do what's right. So they try to make the conciliation, because that's the objective for everything, inshallah.
So stuff like this happens, Sheikh. Stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of other situations that occur where people, they fight and they don't talk, they stop talking to each other.
Yeah.
So the thing is, Allah says, the famous thing that people they say in the Qudamah is, "Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i dhil qurba."
Yeah.
The conciliation between people that are close.
Yeah.
That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enjoins. So, ita'i dhil qurba. People that are close to each other have the conciliation between them.
Okay. Okay. لقول رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اتقوا الله واعدلوا بين أولادكم.
Yes.
Okay. We have taqwa of Allah.
Yes.
And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, have taqwa of Allah and be fair or make justice between your children.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so this is part of the taqwa of Allah, to be just
Yes.
between children.
Yes. That means not to treat one preferential over the other. That's the main point. وَعْدِلُوا بَيْنَ أَوْلَادِكُمْ. Be just between your children.
No, sometimes, Shaykh, one of the sons is better than the other son. Meaning he's more kind and he's nicer and he studies better and he serves the parents more and so on. And the other son is rebellious and he's horrible and he's a jerk and he yells at his parents and he harms them and so on. Yeah. Even then, the parents should be fair between the children.
Yes, even then, yeah. Yeah, that's the point, not to give preferential treatment over one child over the other.
Yeah.
No.
Even though the children are different, and even if they're one is bad and one is good,
Yeah.
one is bad to the parents, one is good to the parents.
Yes.
Even then.
Yes, that's what Rasulullah says, to be just between your children.
Yeah.
No.
But is that justice to be the same? Because like Allah, He says, أَفَنَجْعَلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ كَالْمُجْرِمِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just. And He does not make the good person like the bad person.
Right,
The
yes.
criminal like the one who submits to Allah. So then, if a parent, he says he's doing justice, and he treats the bad person like the good person, is that really fair?
Well, the thing is, it's not looking at who's bad and good, it's looking at children.
Just their children in general.
Don't take
yeah.
that into account, how
Yeah.
the behavior of the children is. Just take it as your children and you're going to treat them equally, treat them fairly.
Regardless of how they
Yeah,
turn
it's
out.
not, that's a different issue, no? How
Okay.
they behave, so.
So you, in giving gifts, even if you hate the one son and you love the one son, you have to be equal.
Well, a person, if they hate somebody, then they should remove that hatred, because that's from the shaitan, not dwell
Well,
on
they
it.
hate the son because he's very bad to them.
Not dwell on it. Well, the thing is, the hatred spreads. A person they do something bad, and it spreads to the other people, and people they have to, they have to be wise and smart and not let that affect them.
Okay. What about for your so with your children you have to be fair, yes? What
Yes.
about siblings? If I have two brothers, do I have to give both of them gifts? If I give one a gift, I have to give the other a gift? Or is this doesn't apply? It's only for children.
A person they got to be nice to everybody. If they have what do you call it, some type of grudge against them or dispute against them or spite against them, they should conciliate that. And over here, people they don't see that as being preferential. If you give a brother or sister a gift, you say, "Oh, you only gave to one sister, you don't give it to the other sister." They don't look at that as being partial to one person. But the children, they look at that as something that's partial.
Okay.
Yep.
So children, there's something special going on with them.
Yes. With the brothers and sisters, you got to make the conciliation between them so they don't have the animosity, or what do you call it, the hatred to each other.
What about for parents, Sheikh? For example, when you give a gift, of course, if the parent they need something, the children they have to spend on their parents, right? But if they want to give gifts, and they want to give gifts to their mother and their father, then should they be equal in their gifts to their mother and their father, or it's okay to prefer one over the other?
The person they always have to be good to their parents and continue to do it for the rest of their life. That's the main point.
Yeah.
Not want to get older and then cut off between their parents, but always be attached to their
Absolutely.
parents throughout their whole life.
No, but my question was, Sheikh, do the kids, if there's a son and he has a mother and a father, should he be fair in the gift that he gives to the both of them, or should he give a gift more to the father or more to the mother, or it doesn't matter, he can give whatever he wants?
I think in this case it probably doesn't make a difference because people they don't look at that as being
Unjust.
Being unjust and not treating people equally.
Okay, so it's really just for children, that's it.
Yes, usually that's the case. Yes.
And what about the mother to her children? She has to be fair as well?
Yes, same deal. No.
Okay, yeah. So regardless, children close.
Yes.
Okay. So إذ قال للرجل لرجل إعمرته إعمرته داري أو هي لك عمري فيه فهي له ولي ورثته من بعده. So if he says to a man, inhabit my house, or it is yours during my lifetime, then it belongs to that man and to his inheritors, to his heirs after him.
Yes.
So who is him?
This is referring to a gift. Sometimes maybe this is a case where a brother gives a brother something else. So this is the wording that they use. They say,
إعمرته داري.
This means take control over my house. You have control
هي
over
لك
it.
عمري.
Yes,
it is yours during my lifetime.
Yes.
What is this? What is هي لك عمري? Like this is like I'm alive right now. I give it to you right now. Is that
It's yours for life. That's what it says basically.
Oh, okay. For خلاص, that's it. It's just yours. Okay.
Then what happens is the person they gave it to, it belongs to him, and then if he passes away, it belongs to
his heirs. Okay, because there's a true ownership change.
Yes. And then he mentions the other point, the other saying.
وإن قال سكنها لك عمرك فله أخذها متى شاء. But if he says inhabit it for your lifetime, then he may take it whenever he wants. What does that mean?
Yes.
Take it
And
back?
Stay there for a long time. They said something like that. No?
So what does he may take it? Who is he?
The person that gave it to him.
He can take it back.
That he allowed him to stay in the house. So it depends on on the
what it's meant.
What's meant by it. Whether the person they gave it to the person to keep for good, and he's saying this wording. If they say that, if they say that it's yours or stay there for good, something like that, then if that person passes away, then it's
theirs.
also a person, and then it goes to his inheritance. But if he says just live over here, then it still belongs to the original owner.
Oh, okay. So for example, if someone says, hey, come live with me, or live in this house for a while.
Yes.
No, this is not, I'm not giving you the house.
Right, yes.
I'm giving you permission to live there.
Yes.
But if I say, this is your house now.
Yes. That's the wording that used. So I think in Arabic they have the rhetoric and the wording that they use. So the Sheikh he mentions that type of rhetoric when people they use particular wording for particular sentences. Okay, inshallah. So stop over here. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. So just take the things from the ilm. Nothing new. That's what I tell the people on the recording. Anything that's new or anything from me, just disregard it and go with the ilm that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made flow through the ages. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the other thing, bear in mind that sometimes in new societies and new cultures, you have different situations, but anyway, you got to build on our shuyukh and ulama, the rulings that they gave in the past, and use that as a basis for the things to do in today's day and age and culture and things that you have today. Okay, inshallah. Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah's best. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.